Alright team, here it is, the Trident 610 by Quintrex and Cuzzy Bros Fishing. We picked it up 3 weeks ago now, and we've been running the engine in and sorting everything out, ready for its first offshore adventure out off the shelf later on this year, chasing some marlin, tuna and sharks. We fitted it out from Streaker Boats. That's who did the fit out for us. They did quite a nice job on it. We've had side curtains and everything made up for the boat itself, as well as a tonneau cover, which looks immaculate on the boat and really finishes it off quite well. Makes it easy to travel with down the highway, and we can sit on 100, 110 reasonably comfortable without much movement from the boat at all. We decided to go a Mercury 150 4-stroke on the back. A couple of reasons for that. Obviously the boat itself is rated for a 200. However, servicing price sort of negated the 200. It would have been nice, but as it is, we're clocking anywhere between 60 to 67 Ks out on the water now when it's fully trimmed out with 4 people in it. Comes standard with the burley bucket, so that'll get a bit of a cane in this year. Obviously, as you can see, nice easy access to the back of the boat itself. The gunnels are nice and wide, which will come in handy later on in the year. The working space in the back of the 610 is really roomy. There's a lot of room. We've had four people in here. It can get a bit tight once you get bigger blokes in, but four people's reasonably comfortable, and you can move around and obviously do what you need to do. The boat itself come fitted out with a deck wash, so that was an optional extra from Quintrex that we went with, and already it's paid dividends for the first trip out in the bay this year, just cleaning the ink off the boat for squid. The live bait tank done exceptionally well by Quintrex. You can see that there's a live bait tank viewing window in there. It's also got an LED light for night fishing, which has come in handy. Plenty of storage down the back here, dual battery systems. The underfloor kill tank, really roomy. Lots of room for storage or fish, whichever takes your fancy. Hopefully ours will be fish. The workstation at the back, not totally sold on that just yet. We'll see how it goes later on this year after we've been out off the shelf, chasing some big game fish and that, whether it's going to get in the way and be a hindrance or whether it's going to pay dividends. We've used it already once in the bay and it come up reasonably well. It's at the right height, so it's easy to work with. I'm just not too sure whether it's going to allow much access once you're hooked up to something big. Storage, plenty of storage in the 610. You got under seat storage, all in underneath the gunnels there, plenty of room. We fitted it out with a tackle box on the on the driver's side here, and we're still probably going to put one on the passenger side as well. The fit out inside the 610 is really good. We've gone with a Lowrance HDS 12 Gen 3, and it's paid off really well so far. You can pick up the bottom and the marks really easily out in the bay. Also in freshwater over at Eildon, it's been really good. We're running a Fusion stereo through the HDS 12, which is the first time for me, and once again I'm not really sold on it. I like to have the stereo on and the sounder off when we're just sitting there bottom bouncing or anchored. But we'll see how we go. Once again, Streaker down in Melbourne in Bayswater did an awesome job fitting out the HDS 12 and making it look really neat in the dash there. Obviously the 610 comes standard with CB radio up there and drink bottle holders. Not really sure why the drink bottle holders were put down at your feet. They're a bit of a pain in the ass if you ask me, but hey, whatever floats your boat, so to speak. The cabin itself is really roomy. We've already slept in it once this year over at Eildon. It's quite warm, middle of winter, really comfortable over there. No issues whatsoever. Heaps of storage underneath the cushions and the seats. So we've got, you know, a lot of room there for long trips, camping up at Dartmouth, all that sort of stuff. So the boat itself is fitted out really well. It come up exceptionally well from Streaker Boats down in Melbourne, and really happy with it. One thing that Quintrex has done that's been a valuable asset getting it into the shed is making the rocket launchers so that they fold down. They're really easy to operate. One-handed, you can do it. So just pull the pin and slide it down. So it is really good, and it's allowed it to get into the shed. If we weren't able to do that, we're going to have to raise the shed, which was going to be something interesting. Heaps of room walking around the boat itself. So up here on top, there's a grab rail in here that Quintrex have fitted, and it's really handy. Heaps of room. As you can see, I can fit my foot really easily on the side of the boat itself to walk around as we move up to the front. Up here in the front, we've got a electric winch, so stress-free. Used it for the first time last weekend over at Port Phillip Bay, and I tell you what, it paid for itself in one go. So if you can afford it, definitely go with the stress-free winch. Windscreen wiper on the front, yeah, it's there. Does it do much? Not really. It probably will come in handy later on in the year in a bit of rougher water. However, we were over at Eildon when it was pouring rain, and it works, but it's not as effective as I think it could be. 160 litre fuel tank. So far, we've done over on the bay last weekend, we did 159 Ks and we used half a tank. So the Merc itself is really fuel efficient, and really happy with it. So overall, guys, this is where we're at this stage. The boat's going in tomorrow to get its name put on it. We're going to put some Cuzzy Bro stickers on it, and hopefully you'll see us out in the bay. Don't be afraid to throw us a wave and let us know where the fish are, and we'll try and help you guys out as well. Stay tuned for more posts from Cuzzy Bros Fishing, and hopefully we'll have some blood on the deck pretty soon and some awesome fishing tales to show you guys.